We are live right now. Good evening, everybody. I'm going to go look to make sure I'm public too. And it is a nice day. How is the weather where you guys are?
Well, it's about 80 here. Not too
And
bad,
where
but it's
where
going
are
to be
you, Penny?
almost 100 tomorrow.
Whoa! And where are you?
Portage, Michigan.
Oh, you're in Eastern still, right?
Yep.
Yeah, for some reason I didn't remember if you were Eastern or not.
Yeah.
There we go. Sorry, I was just making it public so we can all see who's all we're doing. Okay, here we go. If you click on comments on the right,
It's
you should
70.
be able to see
Yep.
when someone says
Yeah.
something. Okay.
Already
We
did.
can't respond. We have to respond verbally. You can't type in. It doesn't let you do that. And
It's
everybody, I wanted to,
77 here,
is 77 and you're in
Wilber, Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania. So we got
Mhm.
Pennsylvania, Michigan,
Yep.
and New Hampshire in the house right now. And for
East.
all of those joining in and watching the replay, there's Teresa, Staples, and Maureen in Caribbean. Hey, you guys.
Hey.
Um, yeah, these are two of my besties, and were very nice enough to volunteer because Mr. Jeff is off on a mission doing something. So he's off on a
For a
mission.
squirrel.
And there's Peg Duchesne and Chandra. Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, he's probably off hunting.
Mhm.
Oh, what's his name? Conway.
Conway.
Conway the squirrel.
Yep.
So let's get right into it because the time will go by quick, believe it or not. And I want to make sure we talk about your strengths in the business because people tuning in. Many of the people are also business owners, many of them in direct sales. And I think you guys have some really good tips and information that they could use in their business. And don't forget, it doesn't matter what company we're all in.
Right.
What matters is the principles that work for one work for the others. And I've
Mhm.
always thought that it was funny that many direct sellers stay in their little direct sales, their own company bubble and only get training from their own company and only talk to people in their own company because they're missing tips
A
and
lot.
stuff from other people.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so that's awesome. But if you don't mind, let's start with Penny for a couple minutes here. And, and Penny's done a bunch of different stuff.
Mhm. Yeah, I've done Avon, and now I'm with paparazzi.
And that's awesome.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
loving it.
And and so I like the way that you decided to make the change and you jumped right in over there. That was
Oh yeah.
beautiful. And I like that you go live. You
Yep.
weren't
I go
doing
live.
that before. So did you come up with the idea to go live because you've seen other paparazzi people doing it?
Yeah, that and it's an inventory business. So I have to show off my jewelry in order to have a business.
Oh, okay.
So, like you say, the more people that know what you do, the more customers you'll have.
Yeah, you can be successful in anything if enough people know what you do.
Right.
No, I
Yep.
like that idea of doing the live show like that. Was that
Yeah.
hard to get used to doing after not doing it with Avon?
No, because I used to do online training with my Avon group. So it really wasn't that much difference.
Oh, awesome.
So
Awesome. And then did you do you mind if I ask how you picked them in particular? Is because that you like jewelry?
but yeah, I've always been a jewelry addict and I love playing with my jewelry. So it was like a no-brainer to me to do paparazzi. My heart, like I told you before, the hardest part for me is not to keep everything because
Yeah,
I
not
love
yeah.
all the jewelry so much.
That's awesome. And so tell me a few of the things that you do to drive um, people to the show to watch it. Do you
Well,
do
one
that
thing,
mostly with posts? Go
oh,
ahead.
I make postings. I use hashtags. Got to use hashtags. That way people can find you. And word of mouth. If you give customers good, customer service, they're going to come back and they're going to let everybody know that they know. So
Oh, that's
just
awesome.
get out there and be yourself. Don't be a
So
fake phony. Be yourself.
fake phone. I think a lot of people have said that they have trouble. Matter of fact, Maureen's saying in the comments, I struggle with going live. And you probably did at the beginning too. How did you get over that?
I talk to your. You'll see yourself in a little picture frame. Talk to
Hmm.
yourself. Don't think about the other people that's there. You don't have to read the comments all the time. Just talk to yourself. Have a conversation. You know,
Oh,
that's about it.
that's a good way to think about it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
I
talk to
used to put
yourself.
a person's picture, not me. That's a good idea though, but a person's picture behind the camera. Excuse me. So I was just talking to
Yeah,
them,
right.
and
Same
yeah,
thing.
yeah, because then it felt better than thinking that I'm talking to a whole bunch of people.
Just
It
don't
felt
talk back to yourself.
don't
Just
don't
don't
argue
do
with
that.
yourself.
Don't answer yourself.
Yeah, no arguing with yourself. But
Right.
no, I think that's a great strategy though, is to see what the other distributors or representatives are doing and see if you can't do a version of that
Right.
too.
And when one thing don't work, do something else.
Yeah.
And constantly think about another way of getting your name out there.
That's awesome. Do you do anything local to get your name out there?
I've had flyers I put out. I'm going to get in some more business cards that I'll be handing out.
Oh, awesome.
I do fundraisers. I love to do fundraisers. I love giving back to the community. I
So
do
you
fundraising.
so you believe in that two-pronged thing too, because I do that. It's not just going to be a social media thing. That it's
Right.
usually a combination of
Hmm.
um, online and in person.
Right.
Yeah.
I like to start doing vendor events too.
Oh, nice, nice. Have
We'll see.
do you know Jen Gear? Jen
Uh,
Gear.
no, I don't think so.
No, she's big into that, and I've seen her do the lives and stuff.
Okay.
So and she had a big. It was like a U-Haul thing you pull behind a car,
Uh-huh.
and she called it Jen's Toy Box, and it
That's
had all
cool.
of her paparazzi jewelry in it, and she
Hmm.
set up at fairs and shows
Yeah.
and stuff, and did an awesome job. I should connect you and introduce you
Yeah,
to
you
her
should.
because even if you looked up her old stuff and saw that, the jewelry box thing, I think you'd get a kick out of it. That
I
was
would
a
appreciate it.
cute setup. Yeah, I'll introduce you. Yeah, and
Uh,
matter of fact, Peg Duchesne. Did you see how I just did that, Peg? I did a peg. Oh, let's make Peg Duchesne a verb. I just did a Peg Duchesne. Peg is the absolute ultimate connector in the Go Giver Success
right.
Alliance. Everybody looks at Peg as the connector.
Yeah.
And there's Kim Gilmer. Hey, Kim and Isabel Maciel and June.
Nice.
Hey, everybody. So now Cynthia does more local. Cynthia is one of the bigger sellers on my Avon team. I I don't remember what. Are you in my fourth or third?
Think third. Third.
Okay. Are you in Shelton's first?
Yes.
Then you're in my third. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but so I've known you for a long time.
Oh,
Hmm.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like 96, 1996.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Back when we were going down there, because Shelton's used to do the what did they call it? The weekend. Remember the eagle? We
Yeah.
fly
Mighty Eagles. The
the
Mighty
eagle.
Eagles.
The Mighty Eagle. Yeah, they had
Yeah.
a chant they did at the beginning of the thing, and they had a weekend with training, and I went
Yeah.
down a couple times for that. So
Yeah.
that was fun, and I think I probably met you at one of those,
Probably. Yeah.
right? Yeah. Would
Yeah.
you mind telling us about your little shop that you have in your house?
Well, I did what I did was 20 years ago we moved to the location that I have now, and still. And there was a sign out. It used to be a former business, so they had this huge sign out, and they had taken, it's like double sided, and they had taken the the actual sign. The frame was still there, so we just went to a sign company and had uh, them make it so that it would be Avon. It had my phone number on there, and we just put cells on it, and we just slipped it down on each side of that sign, and I'm on a major road, so everybody sees it. So I pick up a lot of customers from my sign.
Well, that's
And
awesome.
so what I did was I have a big foyer coming in, and so I just put all of my Avon things out in my books and samples, and so I frequently get knocks at my door, and then sometimes I will open up the door, and I have for my customers a way for them to know that I'm ready for them to stop and talk Avon, pick up orders, or just whatever they want to do. And I've had lots of people stop to sign up over the 20 years. So it works really good for me locally here. And of course I have reps all over the place, but you know, I was really shy back in the 80s, like 82, 83, and I got into a couple of businesses between 82 and 84. One of them was Stanley Home Products, and the other one
Oh,
was
yeah.
the Herbalife.
Right.
Well, I
And
didn't know that about you.
yeah,
I did not
yeah.
know you did those. That's awesome.
So I sold Stanley Home Products and Herbalife close to the same time, probably Herbalife first and then Stanley Home Products. But we had, excuse me, we had our business, and we ended up having three different phones. We had home phone and two business phones because my husband had a business. So
Mhm.
I was forced to answer the phone and talk to people, and I was so shy, but it got me out of my nervousness about meeting new people and talking to people. And between those two businesses, by the time I got into Avon, it was really easy for me. And so I made President's Club in the first year of selling Avon, and have
Wow.
never done less than that, and have made, you know, Honor Society, Rose Circle, and got into leadership when I met Malcolm and Mary, and that's when I got into that. But I had got out of Avon with a major move for about a year and didn't realize that I probably should have stayed in and kept the account active, so I would, so it doesn't show all those years, but I
Oh,
actually
I have the
have.
same thing. Yeah, I have the
Yeah,
same thing. I have a break
yeah,
in service when I moved. Yeah, I did.
yeah. So I have 36 years with Avon, and you know, that is, September will be my 36th year.
Oh, awesome.
And
And hi,
so I
Diane.
love,
Go ahead. Hi,
I
Diane,
love
and
it.
hi, Victoria.
Yeah.
I just saw
Hi,
them too.
ladies.
So you've gone on trips that you've earned from Avon.
Yes, yes,
Yes.
lots of trips. Not all that I wanted to achieve from the
And
incentives,
many of us got all that we wanted to achieve, right?
Right.
but I did earn a cruise with Avon. I've earned trip to the Bahamas, and I also earned trips to Vegas and in different places. There's other ones that I've earned, but I really enjoy going on them. And now that I'm, you know, committed to going to the Avon convention as many times as I can. I've done, I don't know how many, maybe 12 now, and I'm going in August to Boston, and so I'm
Okay.
excited about seeing all the reps that are going.
I'm wearing my Red Sox shirt, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says Wilber on the back. Yeah. Patty, where's the paparazzi convention? It had already happened for 24.
I want to say Boston, I
Oh,
believe.
yeah. You know what? A lot of companies end up doing it in the same place because I think they all listen to the same advertising, and I think,
Right. I'm not
Yeah.
going this year, but next year I will be there.
oh dang! I was going to say if you're going to be in Boston, you better say something because that's
Oh, I
close.
will.
That's close to me. I wasn't going to get a room. I am staying the first night in with Pat Falaska. She's another Avon representative. But I was going to stay there and Uber in with them guys every day. That was, I think, a 3 or 4 day thing. But those guys party hardier than I do. I'm afraid I wouldn't survive it. I thought more about it and I thought, can I really do that for that many days in a row? I'm not sure. So anyway, I did get a hotel room, I think, for 2 nights, and for one night we're going to stay at Pat's. But
Well,
I don't know
we've
about you
got
guys, but
4
that is
nights.
4 nights total. So
Yeah.
oh well, no, I'm not staying the last night because I live too close.
Yeah.
I'm only less than an hour from
Yeah.
the hotel, so
I'll
that
be
last
there
day.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday night. Tuesday through Friday nights.
So I don't know about you, but my favorite part is seeing the other representatives.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Even when I was just starting out and building it and started going to stuff, the thing that I wanted is that they all were like me. I
Mhm.
wanted to make sure that they didn't have some special something that I didn't have. For some reason, I thought they must be smarter, or they must be prettier, or they must know more about business. I didn't realize that that wasn't true. They were all just making their way in it just like me. And
Right.
once I realized that, after talking to a bunch of people and we all had so much in common, I thought I can get as high up in this as I want to, depending on how hard I want to work, because
Right.
there isn't something so different and special about the top people. So I can be one too if I want to. So that really helped me.
The
So
Yeah.
sky's the limit.
yeah, well, that's what I was thinking. And
Yeah.
I don't know about you, Penny, but if I went to, like, I've dabbled with other companies, of course. I have done that the
Right.
entire time. I like going to their conventions and stuff because it's a whole new group of people that I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And you get to see what their top people are talking about
Right.
and what their top people are doing. And, it's fun. Um, I know when I went to the send out cards thing, normally I'd gone to a bunch of their stuff before, but the last time Peg and I went, I had just done the interview with the CEO because the book had come out and he had me on his show. That was an entirely different experience. That was
Mhm.
more like being at an Avon thing because then everybody knew me.
Yeah.
Yeah, prior to that, I'd gone to it many times, and just been, a regular person sitting. Not that I wasn't a regular person still, but you know what I mean, an unknown person sitting in the audience. So it was kind of fun having both experiences. And there's Mr. Taishi Man. Good evening. So,
Hi.
um, so that's going to be fun. I think in August. Getting to see everybody, and I always get the best tips. I think out in the hallway. I barely
Yes.
go to the stuff, the training, because it's not that I think I know it all. Far from it. It's that I usually get better tips and tricks from listening to just people talking in the hallway or talking in the ladies' room or whatever, just chatting out at the
Yeah.
couches in the hallway
Right.
than I usually do from the coach's training. And plus, the training, usually we can watch the replays. So when I'm there, I'm trying to see as many people as possible. What start with Penny. When you go to something, what is your like strategy to get what you can out of a convention?
Just with me, I would be at all the classes and I would be talking to everybody I could come in contact with just to learn everything I could. That's what I
Yeah,
would
and
do.
is that what you do too, Cynthia?
Yeah, I like to go to as many of the classes, but I also, in the past, like last year, I had quite a few of my team there, but I always like to ask them what they got out of it and what was their takeaway from different classes. So that way I see what they're thinking about what they heard. So that helps because
You
then
know what's hard is I want to hang around with my own friends and team members and stuff, but I tell them in Easter Day, if he's on, he'll know. There's a rule about that. It's called divide and conquer, right? Because we, like my team members, we see each other Tuesdays,
yeah,
every Tuesday on Zoom. So why spend the whole convention together, even though it'd be fun when you have a couple thousand people you haven't met yet?
Right.
yeah,
So it's hard to do, but I try not to stay with the same people the whole
Yeah.
time at the convention. Do you guys do that too?
Yeah. I mean, I I hang with them a lot of times. Like last year we had like 3 or 4 different rooms, and so they're all my team were all in together in the different rooms. So we kind of hung up somewhat, but then we
Right.
also, go out, venture out, and talk to people too.
That's how about you, Penny?
I haven't been to one yet.
Oh, I didn't know
I
that.
just started paparazzi on November the 2nd of last year. So,
They don't have any other kind of meetings that you could go to yet?
yeah, they do, but they're not up here.
Oh,
They're all
okay.
down south, and
So you're
so
still being the Lone Ranger at the moment.
pretty much,
Yeah.
pretty
Well, that's
much.
kind of awesome though. That's the hardest part, I think, is I know when I set up here in rural New Hampshire before I got to go to stuff, um it felt like I was the only one in the world selling Avon. You know what I mean? We
Hmm.
had meetings, but they were on the other side of the state, and
Right.
it was just a few people, and they weren't really selling very much.
Hmm.
And it felt like I was the only person that was doing this serious and stuff
Right.
until I met the other. So you're still in the zone where you haven't met the other big ones yet. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's why
but
you
I
do a real
will
good
be.
cheer.
I will be.
Yeah.
That's for
Yeah.
definite sure.
So
Because
for everybody listening, that's a definite strategy is you want to try to hang around with people that are going the same direction you're going. I should say it that way because you don't necessarily have to hang around with the big producers if you don't care about being a big producer, right?
Right.
But if like there's going to be a whole bunch of people that do the online shows like you're doing, I bet.
right. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and
A
you
lot
could
of people.
probably yeah, like Jen does funny hats or something like that. She does funny hat night or something. She does
Mhm.
a lot of different fun stuff. And I
Yeah, I
bet
do
if you
Friday.
watched her, you'd grab some.
Yeah, on Fridays I have game night, and I'm planning a beach theme party, and
Oh, nice.
yeah,
That's nice. And just think, we over at Avon could do stuff like that. No one's saying we can't.
Hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. Hi, Monica. I saw you pop in there. So, yes, indeedy. How about you guys? If you had to, well, you already did, Penny, but if you had to start over today with your company, you just did this not long ago. If you had to start over today,
right.
what's the first thing that you'd do?
Go live, get
Oh,
busy,
okay.
get busy.
As much as you can, do the
Oh
live.
yeah, yeah.
Now, do you think I've heard a lot of people want to go live, but they don't have. To me, I always say to them, make sure you are adding people to your connections. On
Oh,
Facebook, they call them friends, but you know what I'm talking about.
Hmm.
Because
mhm,
I run into like Avon representatives who only have 200 friends on
right,
Facebook, and only a small percent will see anything you do.
right.
So I think one of the first things is add people,
Oh yeah, add
right?
people up, like your own postings.
Oh, nice. Yep,
Hmm.
That
that's
it
true.
brings you up in the ranks.
Algorithm thing. Yep.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
like I said, hashtags.
And hashtag. What would you
Yeah.
do, Cynthia, if you had to start over today? What would you do?
Well, I would probably get more in the know. Like I tell my reps, there's a wealth of information on the site, and all you have to do is just click, 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 and learn. And that's something I did later. I mean, the site was there for a long, long time, but I really didn't dive into it. So
Hmm.
a lot of times I didn't even, at one point I didn't even know what was happening with conventions and different things because I wasn't like actively looking
Right.
on the site. And so now I make sure almost every day I'm on there, sometimes once or twice a day, checking things out, checking my balance, checking who's placing orders, things like that. So I would stay in the know right off, the bat, I think.
Oh,
And constantly
that's a good
learn.
tip. Yeah, constantly look. Well, and I personally don't think you have to know like all there is to know about the product line to sell it.
No, no.
Yeah, it's more, especially with the jewelry company like Paparazzi or with Avon, who has such a well-known brand name. You know, when somebody says, "What do you do?" Like Penny, you could just say, "I sell jewelry. Let me show you."
Right.
Right?
Hmm.
And with us for Cynthia, we can just say we sell Avon because they know what that means. People
Right.
know what that
Yeah,
means. So it's just a
yeah.
matter of telling enough people. But
Right. And we
you
don't
agree
have
that
to know, we don't have to know all the, like you said, we have so many products, we don't need to know everything about that product. But
Right.
they're adding products all the time, so we need to know what we carry. Basically we
yeah,
carry
Mhm.
shampoo, we carry this, that, on down the line. So, you know, customers, if they don't know, some people haven't seen a book in a really long time, so they don't really know what's in there.
Right.
So
well,
we
and
need,
speaking about that, do you guys agree? I want to hear your opinions on this. I was just talking to a representative today, not on our team. She just called me up to. She was complaining because she saw an Avon product sold somewhere online, and she was just sure it was. And I said to her, "Do you really seriously think that people?" I'm sure there's some people that are
Mhm.
buying from the other guy, but from that person that's randomly selling it on Amazon or whatever it was. But the majority of customers are buying from us because of us.
Right.
It's the service, it's the smile,
yeah,
it's the little Tootsie Roll you're putting on the
yeah,
invoice. It's your
yeah,
friendly live that you're doing and having fun with them. Because I
yeah,
think all the network marketing companies, we sell commodities. I mean, you can
Mhm.
buy jewelry other places, you can buy face cream and shampoo other places.
yeah,
What sets us apart is us.
Yeah, the connection.
So, don't you
yeah,
think so too?
yeah. I think so.
So, what do you mind sharing something? Tell me some little thing that you do that you make the experience better for your customer.
That's a
Maybe
good
the
one.
way you ship your
Um,
stuff, Penny, right? You ship your products
oh
out.
yeah,
You
I try to
do
ship it out to them as soon as possible if I have
okay.
guarantees.
Yeah.
Um,
Do you
on
put
my
like little notes in it or something
oh yeah,
like that? Oh,
yep,
that's
I have
awesome.
little thank you cards. On
Perfect.
my Facebook page, the business page, we'd have a birthday club
Oh,
where we
nice.
celebrate birthdays. Just the little things that mean a lot.
Yeah, see, you ain't getting that kind of treatment at Rite Aid. You ain't getting that
Oh,
at Walmart. You ain't
Yeah,
getting that at Amazon. See, I think we all in not just direct sales, but business owners, we
mhm,
need to put ourselves in the customer's shoes and
right.
continuously need to say, how can I make this experience better for my customers? Because
right.
that's what's going to do it for you. It doesn't matter who else is selling. What matters
Yeah,
is the bond you have with the person.
Right.
Well, Cynthia,
yeah.
would you tell us a couple things that you do to make it special for your customers?
Well, I don't do the same thing all the time, but I might, on the receipt, I might write something, just handwrite a message, or I might, I bought these little things that say thank you. It's a little Ziploc bag and it says thank you with a
Mm,
flower. And I put maybe a lip balm or piece of candy in there and throw it in
right.
their bag, or
Nice.
samples, or um, when I did send out cards, I would
Mm,
make cards and put them in there,
And I
in the
know
bag.
you keep track of people's preferences too, right? Don't you
oh yeah.
Yeah,
have a notebook for
yeah,
that?
Oh
Yeah, see,
yeah.
yeah.
that's an awesome thing.
So
Mhm,
sometimes it's different. And I think if you did the same thing, sometimes the same thing is not noticeable. But if you change it up, and I like to change it up and do something different, and like to see what kind of reactions customers have when I do
Oh,
that.
nice.
good.
Yeah,
Well, that's awesome. Now, can you believe we went through a half hour that quick?
I know.
Lisa, can I say something real quick?
Please, please do.
All right. If y'all ain't got nothing to do, I go live Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 7 p.m. Eastern, and my business is a Castle of the Jewels. Thank you, Lisa.
And you know what? You should go, even if you have no interest in jewelry, which you'll like her stuff. They got some nice stuff over there at Paparazzi. But
Yes.
watching you work is nice to see. I love how you're doing the whole theme. I love how you're doing your graphics with the jewels, and that you picked the whole jewel theme, and that you're doing your hair color with the whole jewel theme. I mean, you're doing an excellent job marketing.
I
And
appreciate
so
that.
I'm so happy that you agreed to come on the show. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you for having me, honey.
So Isabel Maciel said that happened to me last week. A customer shared why she was mad over increased prices and decided she didn't want to order hand creams. I emphasized with her and suggested she consider ordering a smaller amount, 5, 6 versus 10, to meet her budget. I spoke about our quality and products, and she shared that was true. She ordered 6 with my suggestion. Yeah,
Great.
that's awesome.
That
That's
is awesome.
awesome. So, yes, indeed. So,
I just wanted to say thank you, everybody that listened. And I am on Facebook, just like my name shows up, Cynthia Jane Pilkington. And I love to meet new people and new reps that I haven't met before in the Avon business and other businesses too. So thank you.
yeah, please connect with these ladies. If you're in the same business or not, makes no difference. We're all colleagues in this, trying to get our way in the world. Well, stay on. We'll be back in the green room in a minute. And thank you, everybody, very much. I heard through the grapevine that Mr. Jeff will be back next week. But as soon as he takes another break, I'm going to have more team members on sharing their expertise. So we look forward to seeing you all later. And thank you very much, Penny and Cynthia. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
And
Bye-bye,
goodbye,
y'all.
everybody. Love you. Mwah.